right, so welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744, and today, guys, we are live for Afcon reaction for the quarterfinals, and we're also going to do our semifinal preview as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So remember, guys, like and subscribe, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. So we got Tenadime here in the house, and we got Sebastian here in the house. So there's only one place to start, man. Let's start with the opening game there with Senegal versus Mali. Is it fair to say that Mali ended the tournament on a high, or Senegal just made it a lot? Senegal should have won this game by a bigger margin.
To be honest, I feel like all you have to do, tournament football, just win. So that's what Senegal got in the end. I think once it was 1-0, all you have to do is see it out because ultimately, you got what you expected the from Mali in this tournament. Not really do much attacking wise. What, one goal in open play? I would assume. The other two being penalties. One of them wasn't that opening. Actually, no. I think if you count corners, technically no goals from open play. But ultimately, the better team did win in the end. To be honest, it's more about just getting past this round, and you're in a semifinal. So I think Senegal, look, they're not really at their best, but look where they are now, semifinal.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose. Sebastian, you have anything to add there to Mali? Because I'm very disappointed in Mali.
I mean, I wouldn't say disappointment because they made the quarterfinals, which is very good for them.
No, I meant it this match. That's what I mean.
This match, probably, but they played against a much better team, so can't really be disappointed in that way. But I think they should be happy about going to the quarterfinal, which, in my opinion, was their limit to get to this tournament. I mean, they should be happy. I mean, they just have to focus on the next Afcon, really, which is not far away, funny enough. But I mean, for me, they gotta stop starting Bissouma because I feel like I feel like Bissouma slows the play for Mali, which it clearly showed in this tournament. That when
But you know,
Bissouma,
Sebastian, what the problem is? Oh, sorry,
mm,
let me finish. But you know what the problem is? He's the captain.
yeah, that's a
First of all,
big
you gotta
problem.
take the captaincy off of him. You gotta take the captaincy off of him.
I feel like he's a Spurs player, so obviously they're gonna bottle it.
Yeah,
But
because I
I
said this
mean,
before, and I don't know if you guys agree with me. This, like, your captain cannot be the. It doesn't have to necessarily be the best player, but it cannot be your worst player. Do you guys agree with that?
yeah, and
And
I
is
also
Diaz someone that is Mali's worst player?
I don't think he is. I wouldn't say worst, honestly.
I feel like
There
he's the worst big name player. I think in terms of the big names, he's the worst one. Is that fair?
is there any big no disrespect, but is there any big name players? Like I know
I
Haidara.
mean, yeah,
Did he
Hydera.
play for Leipzig? I think he played for Leipzig. I think it's that dude.
Let's
Like,
see. You got
like
El Torre. I mean, this guy played La Liga before. I know that.
you have
Is he playing La Liga?
Nene, who's a good winger. Like
I mean, you got
you,
Decore, you got Kamara. I mean, I think what makes Mali really good is the midfield. Midfield wise, is just it's very top notch.
like the attack. I think it needs more like work on that attack. Like Sinayoko was the goal scorer in this tournament, which is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I think like for Mali, I would say like the only pauses in this tournament were I guess Sinyoko and maybe Diarra. I think
And
these are the only two players
Sangare.
that Sangari. Yeah,
And
actually
maybe
Sangari's.
yeah.
Yeah, Diarra had a fantastic tournament. Like, it's actually sad in this game. Like Diarra was amazing in this game, guys, and then just made that one mistake.
That's what
Yeah,
Yeah.
happens.
I didn't really watch the full game. I watched the second half.
But you know what this reminds me of, guys? Do you guys remember that Champions League game? I think it was Bayern Real Madrid, where Neuer was incredible that game. He was making, I think, he made like 10 saves a game, but he made a mistake, and
Yeah,
that's what costed them. It's very similar to this. I mean, I don't know. Is this a good comparison?
I mean, you still had like most of the games still, more or less. I think overall, let's be honest, 99.9% of the world's population would say Senegal wins this matchup. And that's what happened. The other
Yeah,
0.01% is people from Mali, you know. So I think overall, I'll be honest, probably not that good of a game. I'll be honest, compared to the other 2 or 3 games in this quarterfinal. Um, like if you were to ask me, was I hyped to watch Mali play? No, no.
yeah. I like it. Yeah, so like it's interesting in that sense, and obviously and Dia scored the goal there, opening goal, and yeah, for a Senegal man, big win for them, and yeah, crucial win. It's kind of interesting. Nico Jackson didn't even play at all this game. He just read that he was just in the bench, just
I
chilling in the bench.
mean, like it shows the quality. Like they
Or
have
the lack thereof.
like Senegal have such a very good like depth in their squad. Like you have a NDIA, you have Diallo starts, then you have Jackson and that bum Ismail Assar.
Sadio Mane.
Yeah, like the fact that you like I've been hate
Yeah,
watching Ismail Assar this tournament. It hasn't gone that well. And
yeah,
there's a reasons I hate watch that dude because he performing like prime fucking Ronaldinho against Liverpool, and then he turns up like shit against other teams. But I
yeah.
mean,
Okay.
the interesting part is Diatta because he's usually a right winger,
Yeah,
and they have been playing him as a right back. That that wasn't like he's usually a right wing, but I mean the fact that he has been playing very good at right back, like, they don't probably need a right back for the World Cup, or yeah,
I mean, they
yeah.
have Jacobs.
yeah, but he's a left back.
Jacobs.
He's a left back.
Yeah, he's left back. All right, let's go to the comments. Do you guys have anything more to add to this game, or should we move on?
Nah,
Let's be honest. Expected result.
Yeah. Yo, come on, man. He's not the worst Mali player ever. Okay, maybe I'm being exaggerating here, but he should not be the captaincy. Like you shouldn't have him as a captain. Okay. And we may talk about that. We may have to talk about that. We may talk about that,
mm,
by the way. So if we could get your popcorn ready for that part. But yeah, we'll talk about that if there's time. We'll talk about that if there's time. Senegal was kind of wasteful that game. Yeah,
yeah,
indeed, yeah. Like I mean, look at the stats, guys. Like Senegal had 19 shots, 8 on target.
like if they have a world class striker like Holland, they would probably win this 5-6-0.
Yeah.
If I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
basically the only thing that's holding Senegal back is the striker position. I think every other position they are pretty much
And
set in.
maybe they need to start like instead of Idrissa Gana Gay, they need to play Papa Matsar or something like that.
I don't think midfield. I think striker is the weakest
Then
position.
like
You agree? Is 10?
you can't play Gay.
Which
Idrissa
one?
Gana Idrissa Gana Gay. You can't play him in the World Cup. I'm sorry. You're gonna get cooked and exposed.
That's the wrong one.
Then
Yeah.
yes, yeah, the rating.
Oh
is
my
low.
jeez, bro! This guy is 36. Oh my jeez.
Yeah, but
Wow.
okay, the
You
rating.
not know that?
Yeah, I mean, 36, and you're gonna play against the likes of Germany, Ecuador.
Okay. Well, okay. So, Sebastian, let's just stick with the
Wrong.
Afcon for now. Like I think.
I
Wrong.
mean,
Wrong.
if you go far,
Well,
like if you go far in like the tournament, like, you're gonna play
Yeah.
against very tough
Yeah.
teams.
I like. Yeah. I mean, like the thing. I mean, that's crazy. He won those duels at 30. Like that's crazy. Wow.
Like at 36, not every 36-year-old midfielder does that.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about this one, guys. Cameroon nil, Morocco 2, guys. I'm very disappointed with Cameroon. The Indomitable Lions were dominable Lions on the day. Like these guys, man. What like Cameroon, man. Like you know what the weird thing with Cameroon is that this is a weird team because this is a team that doesn't play well but knows how to win. They're like a good team. Just get it done. Just find a ways to win. Right?
Actually, I think they were actually surprisingly good at this Afcon. Obviously, not
No,
this
no,
one.
but no, I mean like I'm like no, but just I mean general. Like that's what they're known for. You know, like they usually just get scrappy wins. Like that's what they're tend to be, right? But yeah, I mean to be
Not
fair,
really.
they had a decent Afcon. To be fair, they had a decent Afcon, so I won't be too critical. But man, Cameroon, man, very disappointing for them. And guys, I want to just show you guys a stat right here: 5 shots, 0 on target.
If they
And just
just
for
have a,
perspective,
they should have gone with Abubakar, man. Like he shouldn't
yeah,
be left out.
and just for perspective, even Mali got more shots on target than Cameroon.
But
Uh,
I
So
think
I
I
mean,
think that
probably Morocco's defense is better than Senegal's.
actually no, it's actually because of how good Morocco's midfield was in making sure that players like Baliba was not able to get much of the ball. You know, the press, especially that first half by
right,
Morocco, to beat, you know, to basically combat the Cameroonian midfield was obviously very good because obviously eventually they got the goal in that first half. I think that first half, Morocco just swarmed the entire Cameroonian midfield. They didn't know what to do. And obviously, when you go 1-0 down against the host nation, it's going to be tough. And I think, you know, that's kind of what happened in this. I think, you know, I don't know why we have to beat down on Cameroon. This is Morocco's best game of the tournament.
yeah, Morocco like this. Morocco was very good in this game, and I was surprised. I didn't think Morocco would be this good because Cameroon, as we just seen, eliminated South Africa, and South Africa are probably one of the most informed teams in Africa. I know they had that loss to Egypt, but that was like a controversial loss. You know, like it wasn't a clean loss. So the fact that Morocco did this well is very commendable to them. And guys, you know what's really scary? I read that Cameroon have eliminated the 7 hosts in the Afcon prior to this game, and they only lost I think 2 games to the host nation ever in their history. So
Like
I
that's
was getting kind of worried. I was kind of getting word from Morocco. I was like, bro, Morocco better not get eliminated at home to Cameroon. That would be bad, you know. And so for Morocco, as I said, man, what a first half. And Brian Diaz, man, this guy, man, oh, this guy's been looking so amazing. This guy scored in every single game.
I mean, this goal wasn't really that more impressive. It was just right place, right time. But
No, but like the fact that he scored
um,
in every single game is crazy.
first ever Afcon player to do that, actually.
Yeah, I mean that is insane. Like this, like I'm trying to think. The last player that scored in every single game. Well, I think Messi almost did in the last World Cup. To be fair,
Well,
I think
the most notable one, if people are old enough, James Rodriguez 2014 World Cup, 6 goals in all
wow.
5 games. But Raheem, you know, obviously he could make history. Well, he already has 5 goals in 5 games. First time anyone has done that at the AFCON. We'll see if he can do that in the semis and potentially the final if they get there tomorrow night. But I think overall, um, yeah, Morocco were probably the most impressive. They've come into form at the right time, and if you do that at the start from the quarterfinal onwards, I think now they could, you know, maybe win the tournament for once.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, Ten is kind of right. I think Cameroon did have a good Afcon. Like this is probably the best Afcon Cameroon's had since I'd probably say 2021. Um,
That's just
or
one edition,
yeah,
2 editions ago. But yeah,
yeah,
and also this was what one of the youngest Cameroonian squads at this AFCON.
yeah. That's
Mm,
true.
I think the future for Cameroon is still good, you know, and we'll see in if they do make it a year and a half from now, the next AFCON, and then maybe the AFCON after that, and then the World Cup if they make it. So I think Cameroon is just about, you know, you learn from it, and yeah, move on and go home.
Yeah, Sebastian, what do you have to say about Morocco? Is Morocco the real deal now, or is this just Cameroon tax?
I mean, let's see if they win it. If they win the Afcon, okay, fine.
Because to be fair, Sebastian's kind of right though. Like, let's be real, Morocco beating Cameroon isn't really that. I mean, obviously it's good for them, but the real thing for Morocco is to win this Afcon. Like,
Well,
if they don't win this Afcon, it's a failure.
I mean, for me, if Morocco doesn't win this Afcon, I think the hype will go down.
Yeah, and guys, I like what's really interesting, guys. I have a feeling that whichever team nation loses that Afcon final, they could be like that could affect the World Cup aspirations.
To be
But I
fair,
guess like
to be
unless
fair,
it's Nigeria.
to be fair,
yeah, unless you're
if people starts to doubt Morocco, maybe they will prove people wrong.
I mean, do you guys agree with me? Like, whichever nation loses the Afcon final, that's gonna demotivate them to the World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. If Nigeria lose that final again,
Yeah, I mean, like Nigeria has a tough group, like
we have
they
Chile
have
in the
Yeah,
group,
a tough
yeah,
World Cup.
Chile, Peru,
Yeah,
Chile,
Chile,
El
Finland,
Salvador,
yeah,
Finland,
like
El Salvador.
yeah,
Philippines.
jeez, Nigeria, Philippines. Oof.
Oh, we'll get cooked.
Oh,
But
man. Yeah,
overall, I think this was a really dominant performance, and I think Morocco has to be, you know, like this is a good test, a good litmus test. They succeeded very well, and now it's on to another informed team because Cameroon before this game informed, got the wins beforehand. So yeah, it's gonna be tough ahead
Do,
of
do I
that.
do I
yeah.
think this like makes it harder to tough to beat Morocco? I don't think so.
Wait, guys. I want to ask you guys this question: Did Cameroon get robbed in this game? Because people are saying, "Oh, they should have got a penalty," or that kind of stuff, or
Like I don't really care. Like if you win the game, fine.
To be
was that a
honest,
pen for you guys?
it looked like a pen,
Look,
from if I remember, but I think it also looked
Nope.
like Embremo was kinda looking for it, kinda.
Wait, what, guys? What was the score during that time? Do you guys remember? Was it 0-0 or was it 1-0?
Oh,
That's very different because if the pen was given 0-0, we could have had a different game.
well, it was for sure it was the second half, so definitely after
Oh,
1-0. But
yeah,
still,
so
actually, whether it was at 1-0 or 2-0, whatever, I think ultimately, whether the penalty was converted, let's just say the game probably still ends 2-1. I still think had it gone to extra time, I think Morocco still win this if it went to extra time somehow. Because I feel like this was a really good performance by them. And I've been kind of critical of Morocco, but this game, it definitely this is the best game of the five so far.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And for Cameroon, as I said, man, like besides the penalty, they didn't really pretty much chances this game.
Yeah.
So yeah. Let's move on to the next one. We got here it is. And so yeah, basically let's run down. Brian Diaz scored, Saberi scored, and El Kabi got an assist. He didn't score, but he got an assist. So
Well, yeah,
yeah.
I had that was already going in, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's read some of your guys' comments. You have a problem with the gay community. All right.
nah, nah.
Okay.
Mm,
All right, let's move. Cameroon was getting hyped into heading into this game. Yeah, that is true. People are hyping Cameroon up, saying that Cameroon can eliminate the host nations. Morocco's been so mid, or they're going to eliminate them. I heard some people say, deadly first out by Morocco. Morocco versus Nigeria will probably decide player of the tournament. Brian versus Lukman and Wooby. Morocco should have probably had a pen too, though. Yeah.
mm,
Algeria nil, Nigeria 2. Oh my jeez. Algeria. Of all the quarterfinalists, I think Algeria is the most disappointing.
yeah, I mean, obviously, probably not the sort of final game in terms of competitiveness heading into their next competitive game for Algeria is Argentina at that World Cup in Kansas City. But yeah, to be honest, Nigeria very dominant in this game.
Yeah. I mean, just look at the stats right here. 13 shots, 5 on target, And look at Algeria's shots, 3 shots in the entire game.
Well, one of them was literally far out, so no chance that was going in. But yeah, this like probably the most see XG like no way he's going to get it in more or less. Like it would have been like goal of the tournament if Bullinja did, but to be honest, this quarterfinal was probably the most one-sided among the four.
Yeah.
I just think overall Nigeria, um, once again showing their attacking quality. I'm not sure what the record is in terms of the amount of goals a team has scored, but they've scored 14 in 5 games. That's practically just under 3 goals per game. So if that continues well, then they should be scoring at least 2 or 3 tomorrow night. But yeah, they're on form attacking wise, good, pretty decent defensively. And Bali, kind of having to suffer a little bit after hearing the news about I think it was his father passing just before New Year's Eve. So, look, Nigeria. This is obviously they're the only. This is basically their World Cup, more or less, because obviously they're not going to be at the World Cup. So, I think they have to put everything into this basket and win the Afcon for the first time in it will be 13 years. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think
And
this was impressive win.
yeah, it's really crazy. How did this nation not qualify for the World Cup? Like, like it just makes me wonder. Like, how did they not do this in World Cup qualifiers? Like, I'm
Well,
just like,
well, that's the volatility and how crazy international football can be. You can be good at the Afcon, doesn't mean you'll be good for qualifiers and all that sort of stuff. So, welcome to international football.
yeah, Nigeria's kind of reminded me of Italy the last Euros. Sorry, not the previous one though. 2020 Euros.
For both. But yeah,
Oh, yeah, both.
I think overall, for Nigeria, it's all about that game tomorrow, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah, and it's also really interesting. Before this game, there was a lot of Osimhen drama saying that, I didn't want to play for the national, and saying that stuff like that, but it got resolved. Apparently, that was all fake. That wasn't even real. They were just spreading rumors. From what I heard. So
the people are spreading their agendas, propaganda. It was clearly fake. Like I knew it was fake.
yeah, so yeah, it's a good thing. And for Nigeria, as I said, man, Osimhen, man, wow, this striker, man, he's been scoring so many goals.
And fourth highest score, or second highest.
Like it's crazy, like how good this guy is in terms of goal scoring.
I mean, maybe he should move to a big club.
Newcastle.
To be fair, well, I don't really want to go into it, but
I said maybe he should move to a big club.
Yeah, Newcastle's a big club, right?
Newcastle's not a big club.
One, you know what?
But if Osimhen should go to Barca. But
unfortunately, Laporta will not do that.
Who?
Laporta.
Okay.
Okay, 10. Would you take Osimhen at Newcastle?
Of course. Who would say no?
Me, because I have Ekitik and Isak.
Okay, good for you.
I mean, I would take Osimhen. I won't be, very greedy, because I would want Osimhen, but only if Ekitik or Isak leave.
Okay. But yeah, for Nigeria, it's also crazy, guys. Awubi. This has been a guy that Nigerians have been very critical of. And this guy's been balling out this Afcon. I'm like, wow. Like, this guy's been looking amazing.
And Calvin Bassey has been the best.
And Bazzi's been very good. Bazzi's been really good. This guy's playing for Fulham.
Actually, three of them.
That's his level. Fulham is his level
as well. And the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, look at the bench right there. You got Sanusi, you got Ejuke. Yeah, I mean, like, you got a quality there. Chukwueze as well. Chukwueze didn't even play this game too. So for Algeria, is this like because I want to ask you guys this question: is Algeria really? Because I've heard people say Algeria is now overrated because of this game, or It's just one game.
They're in trouble, by the way. In the World Cup, they're in trouble.
I
All right,
I
so
I don't think like it turn what do you call this being
tournament football.
not being able to make the semis or the final of this Afcon doesn't mean they'll do shit in the World Cup. I think because for most teams that are playing at the Afcon and then the World Cup, you are testing yourself ahead of the World Cup. So I think overall, for a manager like Vladimir Petkovic, I mean, it would be stupid if they sack him right now. It would be stupid, because I think Petkovic is a pretty good manager. Obviously, this game he didn't get right with the team, and the team didn't perform well. But now you have what from now till the middle of June before you play Argentina in your opening game at the World Cup. So we'll see what sort of adjustments, changes, maybe a few players come into this team for Algeria. I think I would say there's no worry. Like, oh, they're going to get grouped. They could, but they're still a pretty good team. They were what just before this Nigeria game, they won all 4 games of the Afcon already. So
Yeah, that's true.
I think overall, Algeria have been like in this entire tournament. I've been impressed with Algeria. Obviously, not this game, but now it's all about what you do, amending those mistakes from now till the middle of June when you play Argentina. So we'll see what they do. And I still think this is like the Algeria team is still pretty good. I think Zidane, not obviously they kind of wish they had Zinedine Zidane, but I think Ugo he's had a good tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think he could have done better for the first goal though. That was kind of a little sketchy there, but I mean, he was still pretty good throughout the game. But maybe the first goal could have done better. But yeah, I think Lucas Zidane has been good. I think Ben Sabani at center back's been great. I think
Mars has been good.
Mars been good, and I think
it shows just how good Eric Chile or whatever managed to nullify a player like Mahrez in this game.
Mahrez is cooked, man.
I mean, the thing, Mars doesn't really Mars has already achieved everything. He's already won an Afcon. Like he doesn't really need more. Like the fact that he's already got an Afcon. So like I feel like it's fine for him. He's international.
Should Algeria go with more younger players?
That's why I said.
Well, obviously they have Maza, Zidane, and all that. Amira, but I think also you need that experience because I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe they could have. I think Marvel still adds that experience. You need at least a few experienced players.
How many goals did he have? 3?
I think 3, 4 this tournament.
Again, basically everyone was a penalty.
No, not all the goals were pens.
But that, to be honest, that's what you need. You do need the
3 goals. Yeah,
I think 3 goals for a player you could say cooked. You could say it's still pretty good, decent, and you still need that experience in that team. And technically, Mahrez is technically Algeria's top scorer from this Afcon. So I still think he has probably this upcoming World Cup in him, and then we'll see what he does afterwards that World Cup. So
I think the World Cup is going to be his last international tournament.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because I heard this is his last Afcon.
So yeah, I mean, not a good way to go out in terms of African competition, but now we finally get to see Riyad Mahrez at the World Cup because he didn't really play in 2014, and obviously the last 2 they didn't qualify. So, if Mahrez wants to turn up in his really only World Cup, because I do remember he was in that 2014 team. He wasn't as good back 12 years ago. So, his moment is coming, in terms of a playing career.
Yeah, I think Algeria had a good Afcon because, guys, keep in mind, this is the same nation that we are grouped in the last 2 Afcons. So we have to put things in perspective. Like, this is a nation who's been struggling so much. So The fact they made the
I
quarterfinals,
missed
it's
out
a
on
good team
two
and
World Cups and all that.
2 World Cups. Yeah, like I mean, like I'm sure it is a disappointment to lose to Nigeria in this kind of embarrassing fashion to get humiliated, but at least they made the knockouts. At least they made
And
quarters
they won a
first.
knockout game as well.
Yeah,
They beat the Congo, and
and
everyone.
Dubo's not a bad team. Dubo's not a bad team, so they're not like
Yeah,
scrubs. So I think for Algeria, I think you know what the thing is. I think it's a disappointing end to the tournament. I think that's a better way to put it because I still think they
yeah,
had a decent tournament.
yeah. I still think they're pretty. I don't think this game changes, at least for me, how I feel about them heading into the World Cup. I still think, obviously it will depend on who gets selected and all that. But I still think Algeria will be the right team at the World Cup. They won't, if they get grouped, then they'll obviously be bad. But I still think they'll be a pretty decent team. You never know. Oh, you lose to Nigeria, you could say embarrassingly. Watch them somehow win that opening game. You never know.
and then lose the next two and go out.
Yeah,
So,
probably. Especially that final
So
game against Austria. I cannot
oh
believe
man, yeah.
1982.
but I still
Yeah.
think they go through that group.
Okay, guys. Let's take the World Cup talk for another stream. Let's just go through comments. Someone said Algeria midfield outclassed Nigeria midfield the night before. Well, that aged really badly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know
Algeria.
who.
Honestly, the biggest issue of Algeria with this game wasn't even the defense or the attack. It was more so the midfield was just overran. They couldn't keep
Yeah.
up with the midfield. Like the midfield was so bad. I told you, even you don't believe that. Algeria overrated. I was right low. I think FIFA rankings may have overrated them. I think the FIFA rankings may have overrated, but FIFA rankings are not a very good metric now.
No, but nobody cares about these fugazi FIFA rank.
I mean, they still qualify for the World Cup. Look at.
No,
So are we calling Nigeria underrated or
no.
whatever?
Those I only said these FIFA ratings are ass. Nobody rates them.
I was right low. They should have keep him. Yeah, they should keep Petkovic. I think Petkovic's a better coach than Belmonte.
Oh, yeah.
Belmonte was, he's washed. He's washed and he wasn't good, to be honest. Yeah, Mars is washed, so let's be real. But
Yeah,
he still had a
but
decent Afcon.
he's still a decent Afcon, and he's looking, as long as he stays fit, he's going to play by technicality, his second World Cup, but his first, real, genuine starter.
He played one game in 2014.
Wait, one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played a little, but not he wasn't the significant player we
No,
knew.
but he touched the pitch. So
Yeah.
if you play on the pitch,
All right.
if you're in the squad, you're in the World Cup.
Oh, man.
All
right.
As well.
I said Longo Algeria benefited from easy group goal.
Okay.
Them and Tunisia. Okay, yeah, Tunisia had a very easy group.
Tunisia are
Yeah.
food. Tunisia are food.
I still think Algeria would qualify most groups. I still think they would qualify.
I'm telling you, I have
So,
there's
before-
more chance of Algeria winning that group than Tunisia doing something.
All right, guys. Before we move on, I want to say this right now. This is probably the first bad game from Lukman this tournament, which is crazy to say because Lukman's been great this tournament.
I don't think it was
So-
that terrible.
No, I mean, I he wasn't as good in the previous games. This is probably his worst
Yeah.
game of the 5. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Osimhen was amazing. Adams was great too, and Wooby. The left back was great, Bazi and Obali, and now we move on to the final game. This was easily the best football game.
Thank
You know
God.
what's actually
for that.
Best game of the tournament,
You know
in my
what's
opinion.
guys? You know what's really sad? Let's keep it a stat, guys. The 3 quarterfinals were pretty much one-sided. This is the only one that wasn't one-sided.
For me, this is the best game in Afcon. So
Yeah, honestly, this might be the best Afcon game so far. Would you agree, Ten?
Why not? Yeah. I mean, I did a watch long. I enjoyed it. So, yeah.
Yeah, this was a crazy game. Like Marmoush scored the goal in the 4th minute of the game. I was like, oh my jeez. I didn't expect early because bro, I thought this would be a cagey game. I thought this would be such a cagey game, such a nervy game. Both teams would be so nervy. And I had a feeling, I just thought it would go to pens. It's like both teams would be so cautious, but no, both teams were not cautious. Both teams were not cautious at all. Both teams like, no, we're screwed being cautious. We're going all in. It just felt like
Thank
that.
God for that.
So I mean, you guys were. I mean, okay, wait. Before we even get to the game itself, were you guys surprised how crazy this game was? Because I didn't think this game would be this open. I thought this would be a very cagey game.
I think it will be a crazy game because these two teams, they could have a very, very good game or they could have a terrible game. Which I mean, Ivory Coast had basically a terrible game because they conceded 3 goals.
No,
But
but wait. Let's before we get to the game. I'm just so you guys are not surprised by the goals in this game. I'm surprised that there were 5 goals. I didn't expect.
I'm happily surprised.
Yeah,
I'm
Thankful.
Yeah.
I'm thankful.
I'm not, but I am.
yeah. All right, let's talk about that first goal game. Marmouche, what is Kessie doing, man? That slip. That
He
was a
might, he
bad
might
slip.
be a bum. He might be a bum.
Oh man, is Kessie washed, man?
But might have to
Oh,
bench it. I'm
He
telling
did
you.
win the Asian Champions League not too
Yeah.
long ago.
Oh my god.
Sebastian, man, rep Kessie, man.
Why? But he's
He's
washed.
playing Milan.
Why should?
Oh, he played for Barca.
Oh yeah, true.
Exactly. So hold that.
Oh,
I mean, he's still a quality player, but he's coming into this age, which
Yeah, he's
I
washed.
mean, if
Yeah.
you have
Man,
to play really good to keep up with this.
yeah, like Marmouche.
football.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, Marmouche, man, what a goal that was. A very fast goal there. And Marmouche, I feel like needed this goal. Because I feel like wait, did Marmouche score in this tournament? No, actually he scored the opening game, right? Against Zimbabwe. Okay. I think that's that before this. I think this is the second goal in the Afcon, right?
for this at this tournament, yeah.
So he needed this goal, man. And then they got the goal from the corner there, 2-0. And I was thinking to myself, bro, is this gonna be a blowout? Is this gonna be a clean sweep? I was like, no, this I obviously I wanted Egypt to win because obviously I predicted Egypt. But I didn't want this to be another blowout. I wanted this to be a competitive game, you know. And thankfully Ivory Coast got one back before halftime. A bit of an own goal there from the Egypt. And so basically Egypt gifted them a goal to make it close. So it's like, hey, we know things are a bit too easy, so we're gonna give you a goal.
Well, it wasn't really like you couldn't do anything about it. With two.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm joking around. Obviously, I know he didn't mean to do it. Right, and the second half began. Salah scores a goal to make it 3-1, and what a pass that is! All that
Sure.
pass was crazy. Ashori, bro,
Yeah.
like that was like Joga Benito. Like I saw Joga Benito. That pass was crazy. I was like, oh my jeez, wow,
Like good finish.
Salah, man.
Salah is on a mission.
And then Ivory Coast got the goal there from the consolation goal, the second goal. Do you guys? I forgot how it was scored. Do you guys remember how it was scored? I forgot.
Yeah,
how it was scored.
bouncing around the corner and all that sort of stuff, and then poked in by Due. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
from the corner,
and-
more or less.
Then the house finished. Egypt, Ivory Coast push, but Egypt held on. And that's the thing with Egypt is that I'll be honest with you, this wasn't really a convincing performance. It was just kind of a scrappy win, but a win is a win. You know, it doesn't matter how you win, as long as you win, right? And that's what Ten says. Like in terms of football, it doesn't matter how you win, just win, right?
Yeah.
And that's what this Egypt team did. Like all the quarterfinals of all the semifinals winners, they probably had the least convincing win. But it doesn't matter because they won it today. You know,
Yeah.
Salah wants that trophy so he can be the best African player of all time.
he cannot be. Even if he wins Afcon, he's not gonna be the best of all time. I'll say this right now.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, for Egypt, as I said, man, huge win for them. Ashori there with a brace there of assists, and for Ivory Coast, man, I just think Ivory Coast got surprised. I just think Egypt. Do you think Ivory Coast kind of got complacent in this game?
Mm, Probably. But I think I just think overall Egypt was just clinical.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Defenses.
Yeah, and Ivory Coast weren't, and that's the difference. And Diallo, man, Diallo didn't show up in this game, and that probably explains why Ivory Coast didn't do so well. I mean, they still managed to score 2 goals, even not at their best. So, you know, but for Diallo, as I said, man, disappointing for him. But yeah, for Egypt, as I said, clinical, man, and man, now we're going to talk about the semifinals, guys. Ooh, semifinals. So let's go pull the bracket. Where's the bracket? Right here. Senegal, Egypt. What are we saying, man? Last dance for this match. This match has been so rough. This is been a huge rivalry. I don't know if it's a rivalry, but these guys have been playing against each other at this point. It feels like a rivalry. I don't know if it is, but it feels like. And let's be real, Egypt really, really need this. Like Senegal don't really need this. Obviously, it'd be nice.
Well,
But-
they want to win the Afcon, so I think they need
Oh yeah,
it.
oh, yeah. No. But I'm saying like I feel like Egypt have more. I feel like Egypt have more motivation though. That's what I'm saying.
Mm, I think it's pretty even. I'll be honest.
So, and this could be the last Afcon for both Salah and Mane. So this is going to be interesting. So what do you guys say? Do you guys think this will be the last Afcon for both of them?
Could I tell you again? Look, there's an Afcon now 2 years in a row coming up. Like both. I think Mane will be at both. Salah maybe yes.
Okay, Tim. Do you think this will be the last Afcon for Mane and Salah?
I don't really care. I think both of them were probably waiting for that World Cup to play in.
Yeah.
I think
I mean, play that World Cup and then
see what they do. You know.
Yeah. But for this game, man, Salah, man, yeah, Salah
Salah
really
is the one.
needs Salah really needs this. Salah, and I'm telling you this right now. This is Salah's best chance to win the Afcon. If he doesn't win this Afcon, I don't think he ever is going to win it. I'm saying this right now. I'm going to say right now because
maybe he could do the. Maybe if he makes another two, maybe he could do the Ronaldo special from 2016.
Sebastian, I'm telling you, you know why I say this? I think this is the best chance is because it's in North Africa, and Egypt's obviously North Africa, right?
Oh,
And
no shit.
yeah, and so I just feel like because the next couple of Afcons, I think the next one is not in North Africa. I think it's in
It's in Kenya, Uganda, Tunisia.
Tanzania. Yeah, and then I don't know for 2000 and have they confirmed 2028 yet? I don't think.
Just assume it's Morocco again. Just assume.
I think it's Morocco. I think.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay, guys. Morocco's not going to host back to back. Come on, let's be real.
No. You know. You know. And considering how highly what do you call this? People are raving about how good the infrastructure is in Morocco, and Morocco hosting the World Cup in a few years.
The 2028.
Okay.
They confirmed. The confirmed bids for the 2028 is Morocco, Egypt, and Ethiopia.
Oh.
Let's be real. You know what the Confederation of African Football will do?
They might give it to Egypt, to be fair. They might give it to Egypt.
They might give it to Egypt.
But come on, the people.
Because if Salah makes it to that year, like it's obvious. Like if he doesn't get a major injury, he'll make that.
Okay, guys, but let's be real. This Afcon is far more winnable than the whatever is the future because you're already in the semis here. So when I say this, guys, I'm not even trying to joke around. I do genuinely believe that if Salah doesn't win this Afcon, it's over. I don't think he's going to win it ever Afcon ever. I'm saying that right now because
in terms of the prime of his career, or at least near the end of it now.
So. Because let's be real, like Egypt have already won 7 Afcons. Like let's be real, Egypt, like Salah really needs this, right? Like Egypt as a country probably don't really need this that much, but Salah really, really wants so badly. You know that's what's up because Salah knows his time is running up. So guys, what are we saying, guys? Does Salah finally do it, or Senegal is gonna break Egyptians' hearts yet again?
I hope this is a high score.
2-1 Egypt.
For me, I feel like this game will probably come down to being clinical at the end of the day. Because I feel like, I would say Senegal's defense is definitely really good. Probably the best at this Afcon, you would say. Only conceded like 2 goals. One of them was against DR Congo, and the other one was a really good goal against Sudan. But for Egypt, sometimes football, you do need that bit of luck, and they've gotten that luck so far. The South Africa game, finally scoring against Benin in the knockouts, even the last-minute goal against Zimbabwe, being very clinical the other day against Cote d'Ivoire. So, this is the opportunity to reach a third final in 5. 3 Afcon finals in 5, and at the start of the tournament, people doubted Egypt.
Yeah.
Because
I think if this goes to penalties, which it could, I think Egypt wins.
Ooh.
I mean, the fact that the storyline, you could say, is the last two significant meetings, the World Cup qualifier, lost on penalties, Egypt.
Third time's a
Uh,
charm.
the Afcon final
Final.
4 years ago, lost on penalties, where Salah didn't even take a penalty. And the one in the World Cup qualifier, he took a penalty, but it was like a laser show in that game.
And
Okay,
the
I
guy
would
might,
also you.
and
Okay.
then the
Okay,
guy
guys.
might come back actually for this game because the Senegalese, I think someone said that they were gonna get tickets for him. They're gonna find him and get tickets and book flights and
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Laser tags is not fair. That should not be allowed.
I mean, if
That should
he
not
is
be allowed.
there, I'm gonna fly over and slap his face because he ain't taking this Salah.
Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Imagine a laser tag gets used this one.
Jeez,
I don't think
yeah.
it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. They're gonna. They're gonna. I mean, do you think it's fair, 10?
For what?
Laser tags being used, like you can use laser on the players, like do or no? Or you think it's okay?
Unfortunately, sometimes that's the case. Unfortunately, you gotta take whatever stupid advantage you want. So we'll see. This is going to be a big game. I'll be honest. Whether there's lasers or not, I
It's
think
gonna be a big one.
this is going to be a big game in this Afcon. Obviously, because it's a semi.
Okay, so what are you saying, man? Who's made the final?
The one who wins. No, I'm joking.
I feel like if it goes to, I feel there's two scenarios. I can see either. To be honest, I think either team can win this, and I feel like for some reason, I feel like whoever wins this specific semifinal, whoever's in that final between these two, they go on to win it. I feel like that's my call. So if you want to do the final preview in a few days, whatever, I'll back one of these two, whoever wins it. I think I feel like if it goes to penalty, Senegal win. Just from that stupid storyline. But I'll go 1-0 actually, I'll go 2-1 Egypt, and the winning goal for Egypt is a penalty from Mohamed Salah. 2-1 Egypt. Mohamed Salah
Egypt, man.
penalty.
Egypt, man. Egypt. I'm telling you, man. This Egypt storyline is okay, guys. I also obviously, if you guys haven't seen my videos, so spoiler. So I'm assuming if you guys watched, I picked Egypt primarily because I just think Egypt, or I just feel like there's like this motivation thing for Egypt. I think they're more extra motivated for this, right? There's a lot of hunger and desire in this team. Where Senegal, I feel like, I'll be honest with you, I feel like they've been kind of in second gear in this tournament. We haven't seen the best of Senegal.
Well,
and Senegal, I don't think have been challenged.
I think they're saving themselves for the World Cup.
No, I mean, but do you guys agree with me that Senegal's kind of cruising by, and I think Egypt has been more physically challenged. So I think Egypt's raised their level, where Senegal's kind of playing level to opposition.
Like for me, Senegal are just preparing for they're just looking
for the final if they make it.
No, they're
Yeah,
no, they're looking for the
they're not winning the World Cup. They're not winning.
Okay.
No, they're looking at the World Cup. Like they wanna.
Well,
like they rather.
Yeah.
Do
No,
than that
okay, guys. Let's save the World Cup talk for another time. But guys, you guys agree with me? Senegal have not really been tested, and they're kind of been in cruise control, and that, like, that's kind of what. Like, do you guys agree with this, or am I like capping around with this logic?
I think, so let's say the two knockout games, because that's the most significant ones. What do you call it? Sudan got one goal behind, and then obviously turned it around. So you could still say and obviously the other goal they conceded in this tournament, DR Congo, they were 1-0 down, eventually got to 1-1 and won the group eventually. And then obviously against Mali, probably should have had more goals, but they got the win. So I know Senegal have been playing second gear, but if this is the time, if they turn it up, then people gonna be proven wrong by Senegal.
Oh,
So
oh yeah. I mean, Senegal are more than like they're a very strong team, of course. Like even second gear Senegal is still very strong. Like don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to make them out like they're bad. Obviously, no, they're still very strong. But I just feel like I just feel I'm just riding the Egypt storyline. I'm just going with the Egypt storyline. That storyline is just too strong again. I don't know. I just think Salah is really, really motivated, guys, because I think Salah knows that this is probably going to be his last Afcon, or if not, this is his best chance to win the Afcon. So we'll see, though. But this is really close, so this can go either way. I wouldn't be shocked if Senegal win. And yeah,
same.
let's read some comments. Let's read some comments here. Ahmed disappointed. Ahmed was disappointing. I predicted 4 goals in all games. Yeah, well, none of the Afcon quarterfinals had 4 goals. So. Egypt, Ivory Coast was close. Egypt's bringing the chaos, of course. It's not rivalry, it's a domination. I mean, is Pookie right, to be fair? Okay, you know what?
I'll be honest. Had Egypt won both penalty shootouts, life would be very different. Life would be so different had they won both. So I wouldn't say it's domination.
No, I think domination's been harsh. I think Senegal's got the better of in recent years, but I wouldn't say it's a domination. It's not like Senegal have destroyed them or like smashed them. You know, it's like it's been really close, guys. Like it's all been decided on pens. And penalties are like 50-50. So no, I think you can say better of.
Had Egypt won, imagine if Egypt won both of those shootouts. Then we would be saying, oh, Senegal never won an Afcon. Senegal missed the last World Cup and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, it's just how it goes.
Viva la Senegal. Which narrative is the most exciting? I really want to see Salah win finally. Senegal winning will give HH more power. Morocco winning will make me score for a World Cup. They play Portugal again. Let's be real. Okay, guys. So which narrative is most exciting? I would say I think most neutrals are rooting for Salah. Now, if you're a neutral, I think the best case is probably Nigeria. I would say. I'd probably say Nigeria, best case from a neutral perspective, because Senegal already won it recently. So there's not really much narrative for that.
Obviously, everyone wants to. Yeah, like people are. Whoever wants HH to be miserable, like you're a sad. You have a sad life. Like
I'm looking at that Barca fan. I won't mention his name, but I think I smashed him.
Like, people want my teams and national teams want to do bad because they have an agenda. Like I never want anyone's national team to do bad. Like I hope for the best to everyone. Good luck. But
Okay, guys. So how would you? Okay, let's rank that. You know what? Let's rank this actually real quick. So I would say Nigeria have the. I'm saying Nigeria has the most exciting narrative, just because I feel like Nigeria played the most exciting brand of football of the 4 teams, and Nigeria, keep in mind, are not going to be at the World Cup. So basically, this is the World Cup, as Tenedada mentioned, right? So this is pretty much the only thing that's going to give Nigerians joy for at least for a while now, right? Now I'd say Egypt's probably second. And then I'll say Morocco third, and then I'll probably say Senegal last. I'd probably say that. That's probably the order I would go with. How about you, Sam?
I mean, it's just storyline. So it's all about get the job done. Unless you're Nigeria, head into that World Cup with claiming yourself as the African champions when you play, the big teams and your groups. And if you're Nigeria, this is your World Cup, so I don't really mind.
I mean, which storyline do you want the most if you can choose? Like, let's say Tenedime has the power to choose a winner. What would you choose?
Honestly, it would probably Popala in Egypt.
Okay. Sebastian, how about you, man?
Respect Salah, you fraud. He owns your shitty little club. Don't
I think that Tenedime was bad.
I just said Salah to win the Afcon. As if I had the power.
You said Popala. Don't do.
It was just trolling, man.
shit club.
Okay,
Yeah, but
okay.
I
I
want
can smash him. Yeah.
maybe Egypt or Nigeria. I mean, I don't want to see. Um, who do
Oh.
I not want to see winning? I don't really care unless I had a nation who plays here. But
I was
whoever
about to just
wins,
pick, man. Just pick, man.
Just
Be
pick.
a Sith, man.
I mean, I don't
Go
want
set the fence.
Senegal. I don't want Senegal to win.
Okay,
Do
just say
that.
Egypt, man. Just say Egypt, man, bro.
No, I said Egypt, and then I said Senegal.
Okay, okay. Okay, so all right. All right. This AFCON is harder because Saul is old. Oh.
Messi won the World Cup at like
Wow.
how old, like
Well, he
31.
rigged that World Cup. We don't talk about that.
I hope Morocco wins, but I will not be mad at Senegal winning the AFCON. All right. And you know what? This is a good segue to the other game, guys. Senegal, Egypt, Morocco versus Nigeria. So, guys,
Nigeria wins 2-0.
and wait, Nigeria is keeping a clean sheet against a host nation? Wow.
Everyone expect Morocco to score. I think it will be one of those games where they can't find the ball into the net, and they go
Ooh.
and then Nwabali will play like freaking prime Yashin or something. Like, it will be insane. And the Osimhen will get two daggers.
Okay, so guys, this is a hard one to call because I realized for this game is that this is so difficult to call because I think Nigeria midfield attack is better than Morocco's attack. Like Osimhen, Lookman is better than Brian Diaz. That's been the main guy. I know Kabi's been great as well, but come on, I think Osimhen, Lookman is. I think Osimhen's a better striker than Kabi. I'll be honest.
Well,
Abde's been kind of hit or a miss. But yeah, really like Morocco. Like I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It seems like Brian Diaz almost has to do everything for this team, at least in attack. I mean, 10, is that hard or true, or is that am I being harsh?
so I mean, so far he scored in every game. So and the only player to do that. So let's see if he can do it once again. It's as I said, all about just to be honest. Now, whatever happened in that quarterfinal and before, it does not matter anymore. All it matters is tomorrow. Well, technically, or well, almost technically today. So I'll say all it matters. What matters is this game. Nothing else. The Algeria game or the Cameroon game for both of these teams, it does not matter anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
You got through. Now, do it again, but even better. And
Yes, there's a final at stake.
yeah, you know, and I think this one is probably between the two semifinal matchups. I'd say this one's the most difficult to call because obviously Nigeria have, you could say, obviously the better sort of attack, but Morocco home advantage. You got the fans behind you. Like there's not going to be many Nigerians. Obviously there will be, but the entire stadium is Moroccan fans. And this is in terms of this is their first ever Afcon semifinal since 2004.
Yeah. And 10, you know what's really also really interesting? Nigeria is the only semifinalist from the last AFCON here in the semifinals.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously Nigeria. This is the third semifinal in the five so far, 2019 and the last one, but they didn't win both. Ultimately, losing out to the eventual winners both times. Algeria in the previous, the one that Algeria ended up winning, and
Yeah.
the last one to
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. As
Yeah,
for
basically, I think basically 2021 is the exception. That's the only exception, basically, from the new format onwards. So
yeah, more or less. So I think overall, it's going to be a very interesting game. I would say it's all about who wins that midfield battle. I would say you could say Nigeria probably, but Morocco You never know. You never know. And also, this is against the host nation.
Yes.
You're not playing against Algeria, who politically, Morocco and Algeria, not the best.
Ooh.
Whereas this one, oh, you have the entire crowd backing Morocco, more or less. You know,
Yeah.
so they do have that sort of like about them.
Yeah. This is such a hard one to call, guys. It's so difficult because I think midfield wise it's so even defensively. I think Morocco have a better defense. I'll still say because I mean you got Hakimi that's there amazing, Miles Rory that's incredible, good. The fullbacks, I mean Bono I think is a better shot stopper. Center backs though I think Basley's been great, but I think Arguord's been amazing. And yeah, I mean I'm midfield's too close. I think midfield's about even. I would say Nigeria probably has a better attack though. I'll probably say. And this is
Yeah.
tough to call, and which is why I'm going with Pens. I'm going Pens, and I think I'm edging with Morocco on Pens. I just feel like Bono's going to come clutch in the shootout. So
I
I'm
will
saying Pens.
I will probably say could also be like 1-0 or 2-1 for either team. I hope it doesn't go extra time and pen. I want both games to end in 90 minutes for me personally. But I will say Morocco gets it over the line somehow, some way. Maybe a moment of brilliance or something from maybe like Brahim Diaz to continue on that goal scoring form. So I'll go 1-0
Oh,
somehow Brahim Diaz moment or
wow.
something.
Nigeria don't score in this game.
You
That's a
never
bold
know.
prediction. I mean, it could happen. It could happen. And yeah, I also with you 10. I don't want both games to go, but I wouldn't be shocked. I think both games going to go extra time.
I hope
I think
not.
both games will. I
Doing my watch
it's
along.
just
I'm doing watch alongs for both. But we'll see.
yeah, I know 10, but it's just both are so close to call. Both are so difficult. Like because like the quarterfinals I was very hyped for, but let's be real, the quarterfinals were pretty much one sided. Like most of them were, right? But I think these two are very close. I don't think it's just gonna be a one sided game for either. Do you agree?
Or it will just take one goal to win it, and that's it.
Yeah,
And
I don't think either matches will be one sided. I think both matches will be
it's not
close,
no level.
cagey.
No.
This is a semifinal, man. This is a semifinal, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, let's see, man. So let me do a poll for Morocco and Nigeria. And then we'll wrap it up there, I guess. So
So now
as we reach the hour mark of today's stream, and I know Sebastian left, so I guess he had to go. So let's go read some of you guys' comments. Never say never. Solid Junior will train Marmouche. Joao Felix to play like 80 player each of the later Afcons. Interesting, Albert. I hope Morocco wins, but I will not be mad at Senegal winning the Afcon. I'll probably say 2-1 for both games. Is Egypt kind of like 2014, 2016 Argentina finals bottlers? You could, I guess, maybe say. Senegal making the final. One last dance for Salah Mane. Football Fair will also be very happy Egypt wins. That's the best narrative. Senegal hasn't been tested. Mane to own Salah again. Oh, I think he meant once. I think he meant domination from like the Mane Salah thing. I think he meant that, not the actual countries itself.
Oh well. And Mane scored both of the winning penalties.
True. As tournament football ED. Yeah, I mean it is true. I mean, I like to, and Sam's right. Tournament football is so unpredictable. It's so hard to call. Like it's difficult to call. Mane is the better prem player though. No, I just
Sadio Mane.
Part of me is hoping Egypt does it for Salah. That sounds from here on out. Every match will end with pens. Ooh.
No, I hope not.
Okay, if it goes to pens. Okay, if it goes to pens this match, by the way, I know you said it didn't. It won't. But if it did go to pens, who would you back?
If in the Senegal Egypt, I'll say Senegal. This one,
Okay, for this one.
Nigeria, Morocco, Morocco.
Bro, laser pointer text Poogie. That's why I'm on it for Salmini. Right, my bad, Nigeria. But domination too harsh. Yeah. I want RJ to do bad because I'm a hater and I have an agenda. How could he? Okay, wait, he said that? Hold on, let me check that. This better might be fake.
I mean, if he does, we'll see. Because if you play counter-attacking football against Morocco, and I'll be honest, there have been teams that have, practically parked the bus against Morocco, especially in those opening one or two games of the tournament, especially Mali would be the best example. Even Tanzania in that knock round 16 game. And those attacks aren't as good as Nigeria's. So I could see a point. You can kind of play defensive, but you have to be smart when you press.
Yeah, I mean, because South Africa kind of played defensive against Morocco the last Afcon, I remember. They just hit Morocco in transition, and they were smart. They were intelligent. I remember Morocco were very frustrated in that game. So,
Yeah.
Like the key is not really playing defensive, is how you play the defensive thing. Like it's one thing to play defensive, but you don't want to go super defensive though.
Yeah.
Because super defense is stupid. I'm sorry, super defense is a terrible idea. Because you know what, because Nigeria basically played defensive in the last AFCON, and they lost the final because of how defensive they were. So, like, defensive is not bad, but don't go extreme with it. Like, play like cautiously. Play like smart, as Canada saying. Like, you gotta play in transition. You can't just go super defensive,
Yeah. And Nigeria have the players. Oshiman, Lookman, Adams, and all that.
So, I'm a bigger storyline merchant than ESPN. Until he said that, I was wondering who will see more of the ball. He said his team was tired and they were going to play encounters. Ooh, do you think that's a good idea for Nigeria tactically, or no? That's not a good idea.
Well, the interesting thing is that both Senegal and Morocco do have technically 1 day extra of rest. I'm just saying.
Oh,
When you think about it, even though technically, I feel like it doesn't really matter. Your rested days, I would say. Um, but you could play a fact because both semifinals are happening on Wednesday, so there's no real rest time. Whoever makes that final on Sunday.
Yeah, Beldo will probably be more dangerous than counter. Will all games be terrible?
I hope not.
Could be, man. But Afcon's harder than Copa America.
Yeah, I think
it's harder to predict. Now, which tournament's actually harder that's kind of subjective, but this is definitely more harder to predict, though. That's for sure. It's the final before the final. Would be fun to do a combined 11 versus Morocco versus Nigeria. Do you want to do that 10?
Very quickly. Bono, right back, Hakimi.
Wait, guys, I have a better idea. How about we do a combined 11 to the semifinalist? I think it'll be better we do that.
Okay.
All right, let's do that real quick.
All right,
let's do the semifinals. All right, let's do it real quickly though, because we're about to run out of time, and I do want to speak about the white team. So real quickly though. All right, so best goalkeeper of the four. I would probably say,
if I'm only considering the tournament.
Yeah, only consider the tournament.
To be honest, none of them have really been as tested as much. So you just have to go with
I'll go with Bono. I'll say Bono.
Bono.
Oh, I forgot he's not here. Okay, let's just say we don't need to do the formation thing. Let's just say it.
Yeah.
All right, so Bono, we're gonna say. All right back is gonna be Hakimi, of course.
Sure.
Yeah. Center backs, I'll say Bazzi. I'll put Bazzi in contention. The other center back, I'll say Agord.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, left back. Who's been the best left back for you?
Trying to think. What's the Senegal team again? Obviously, it could be Jacob. Yeah. I'll probably just go with Onyemachi, Nigeria.
All right. CDM, we'll go with I'll go with Ndidi, I guess. No, actually, I'll go with Idrissa Gueye. Idrissa Gueye has been great. I'll go with him. The other center mid, I'll go with
I'll probably go Irobi and
Whoopi, yeah. Ashori?
yeah, Ashore.
Ashore, okay. Front three, left wing, I'm saying, let's do 4-3, I
Mane.
guess.
Mane. Sadio Mane.
Mane. Striker, Osimhen.
And then, well, sadly, Lookman, no. Salah, right wing. There, done.
Oh, no Brahim Diaz? I thought we got to get Brahim Diaz.
Oh, yeah, true. Okay, yeah, Brahim. Oh, well, you know what? That's the combined 11. Done.
Yeah, maybe I'll put Brahim Diaz. Actually, you know what? I might put Brahim Diaz over Awobi, I guess. Or I don't know. It's whatever, I guess. Best manager, and you know what's really interesting? 10 all for the African semifinal. All the semifinals all have African coaches, which is really interesting.
Well, from their own country as well.
Yeah,
but I would say, I guess Eric Sele for now. But whoever wins the Afcon will win manager of the tournament. So.
Oh, obviously, I'm just saying Nigeria, but I don't know. Abde has 2 assists.
Against who?
Yeah. I mean, he's been good, but I still feel like I want to see more from Abde. I still feel like Abde can still be better, but he's not been bad per se, but he's not been that great either. He's been all right. For me, the biggest question is tactically Morocco will try to shut down. It will be just like they did with Baleba. Probably.
Well, obviously, they will.
Yeah. History repeats itself. Wait, what flags did you mention? Retracted. And then some final exit for Morocco. Ooh.
In what? Well, this is the first Afcon semis in 22 years.
Oh, I think he's referring to the World Cup.
Oh, well. But we'll see.
Yeah. Mendy was once the best keeper in the world. I don't mind which the 4 nations win, but rooting for Nigeria. Sorry, Brahim. The moment Nigeria tried to park the bus against yeah, that's true. They almost blew away a 3-0 lead. And the thing is, I think if you're to park the bus, you shouldn't park from the right from the word go. Or actually, you should park I feel like you should play don't be super defensive, as I said.
I would say just have good game management because at that time it was 3-0 Nigeria.
I got Morocco, Senegal in the final. Don't know about score lines yet. Saladin or Mazraoui, in my opinion, is left back. Oh, Mazraoui's not a bad shot, but I think Mazraoui's not been playing as much. I think he's been injured.
Well, he's been playing right back.
Yeah. Alex will be definitely. Salah don't belong, though. Now, you got to get Salah. Wait, no Salah?
To be honest, no, I don't really care about the combined.
Yeah. Well, guys, we'll do a combined 11 in the tournament properly on Sunday. You can't even miss mid of the Afcon out 80. All right, fine. And we just say it kind of on the go, guys. I didn't really think about it. We were just kind of saying.
No.
So, all right. So you're saying Morocco. So you're saying me and Tanner both say Egypt, Morocco.
I want a North Africa.
North African final, guys. So let's go ahead and look at the poll real quick. I did a poll, obviously, talking about which final you guys think will happen, and I want to see the results real quick. And then we're going to talk about this team real quick. A certain team in Madrid. Real briefly, and then we'll wrap it up. So let's go look at this poll, guys. So let's see. So the final you guys have said. So most people are saying Senegal, Morocco, 51%. 30% are saying Senegal, Egypt versus Morocco. 11% are saying Egypt versus Nigeria, and 8% are saying Senegal versus Nigeria. Okay, so let's rank the 4 finals. Which do you think will be the best from worst? I think best case will be Egypt, Morocco. I feel like that's going to be the most interesting storylines.
Yeah, probably. Especially, So, well, I don't know. It really depends. I don't know what the rivalry is between Egypt and Morocco.
Well, I do know one Moroccan does not want Egypt to win the final. He does not want Egypt to win. He's gonna get so mad. So
I guess
that
it could be worse. It could be Algeria.
Yeah. Okay, and the second, I'd say Senegal Morocco is probably the second best. I think they'll be
just
best in
because
terms of
the two
football quality.
best FIFA ranking and
And
all
then,
that.
okay, third, I'll probably say Egypt, Nigeria, just because both nations haven't won an Afcon in quite some time. Both nations haven't won an Afcon in a long time.
Well,
So
Morocco.
no, but like Egypt, Nigeria, I'd say is the third best final.
Yeah,
And then obviously fourth being Senegal, Nigeria. I think Senegal, Nigeria would be the most boring. So
yeah, I get it. We'll see what happens this time tomorrow.
yeah.
Um,
All right. All right, Ten. Be very, very brief here, man. Um, so I'm sure you know what I'm referring to. Um, are you surprised that bombshell dropped yesterday?
Well, I believe it was mainly because what do you call this? Xabi Alonso. I think he wasn't sacked himself. I don't know, or well, he left by mutual consent. Wherever
I
the
think he
case,
just. I think he just resigned.
maybe it's that. I think he found shame. Um, it is a big announcement. Obviously, yesterday, knowing how many managers have been sacked already, or
This
have
month.
lost their job. There's like what 3, 4 notable ones, as far as I
Yeah, like
know.
this is crazy. Like this is like January's been like.
Maresca, Scamarim, Ryan Mason, Wilfred Nancy.
And
Now,
now,
Xabi Alonso, whether it's sacked or resigned or whatever. But I think it feels like maybe we kind of know. I mean, we always knew Real Madrid is always going to be a tough ask for many managers. And there have been really good managers that have gone to Real Madrid and just didn't really succeed, you know. Obviously, Xabi Alonso is now going to be one of those. You can think of other ones like the most recent, like one um, would be what Lopetegui, um, Benitez. The same season he went to Newcastle and Real Madrid went on to win the Champions League with Zidane and all that in 2016. So I think is it well is it the right decision by Xabi Alonso? If he did leave by his own accord, then yeah. I don't think this move of him being at Real Madrid and then eventually leaving after a few months affects his managerial career. Um, I just think that,
he made the move too early.
yeah, even though I would still have trusted Alonso at Real Madrid, and I'm not a Madrid fan, but I think Alonso was the right man, but the wrong group
Time.
of players or the wrong time, something like that. I think
Yeah,
maybe
like
if
it's.
he gone to like I don't know if he would have, but Real Sociedad would have been a really good choice because
Or
he's from the area and he used to play for them. Maybe now I'll say this: if I will get worried if Arne Slot leaves by the end of the season and Xabi Alonso does go to Liverpool. As a Newcastle fan, I'll be like, I think Liverpool might challenge and all that because I still
but,
rate Xabi Alonso. I do.
so, yeah, do you think? Yeah, but the thing is, like, do you think he wants to go to Liverpool now?
Well, maybe we'll see. I mean, now there's a lot of managers in the market. You have
Yeah,
Maresca
that's
that's
true.
won something. Xabi Alonso's won something. Scamarim technically won something with Sporting. Um, obviously, Big Ange, so and obviously, eventually, we saw reports of Luis Enrique will leave by the end
Yeah,
of the year. So we'll see. But now for Real Madrid, they have Alvaro Arbeloa. Used to play for Liverpool, and then obviously used to play for Real Madrid. Well, technically, what the U21, the academy coach. I think. Well, obviously, I did say Real Madrid at the start of the season to win the Champions League. Am I still backing it? So I don't know. maybe obviously if let's say Real Madrid make round 16 quarters semis, maybe it's just maybe the talent alone will just bring them to the Champions League final and they win. Maybe it won't in spite of the coaching.
Yeah, it could be like 2012, Di Matteo.
Yeah, something like that. But we'll see what Arbeloa does technically today or tomorrow when they play Albacete in the cup. If they get knocked out
Yeah.
by Albacete in the cup, I mean,
geez.
we'll see, we'll see. But I think overall for Real Madrid, I think if they were to win the Champions League, it'll be more so just the talent that their team has. I still think they're a good team because we did the stream the other day about the after the cup final. I still think Real Madrid could easily have won that Super Cup the other day.
Yeah.
So just talent alone, maybe it works.
Yeah, let's be real. I think Xabi Alonso pretty much left Real Madrid because of the heavy pressure, the expectation, the egos these players, and you just saw the Super Cup final stuff that they didn't want to give the guard of honor, and he wanted to give. So, basically, you have to find a manager who can cope well with the egos of these players, and so. But anyways, I just wanted to briefly touch upon that because that was really big, and that we're probably not going to discuss about this until like the Jam review stream. Which will be when we're doing that next 2 weeks, so it's going to be quite some time. So, and it was emergency news, so it's probably need to discuss that. So anyways, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. I think we're gonna enough here, so remember guys, like and subscribe. Guys, our next stream is going to be on Saturday, guys. We're going to preview the Afcon final itself. Of course, I'll still be dropping my Afcon review videos, but I will not be doing a stream until Saturday, the day before the final. We'll quickly touch upon the semis, but we'll be mostly discussing the final on Saturday, guys. So can't wait for that. And then obviously on Sunday, guys, we're gonna have the final reaction itself. Right.
If you want to join, I'm doing a watch long for the both semis and the final. Third place game, I don't care. I don't care about the third place game. I don't care.
What?
The third place game. Oh, the most hype. Like I would say this: Morocco, like final point. Morocco. The one game they do not want to play is that third place game. No one wants to play.
Yeah, third place. Might as well skip the third place game. So,
yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy, and join Tenadime on his channel tomorrow for his launch. Unless unfortunately I will not be able to join because I got work. So I'll try my best though to keep up with the games. But I'll definitely be here though back home, guys, reviewing both games on YouTube, of course. So I also did a video in depth about the Xabi Alonso situation, so you guys can check that out if you guys want to see that. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Newcastle will win the Champions League.